All right.
All right.
Are you giving signs?
No, not yet. We got Phil. We got Kay Miller. Daniel's here. William's here.
Well, wait.
Is filing in. We'll wait a few minutes because we want to thank our good friend Donate Clement Petruska for putting something out today. Hey, Donald, Tracy's here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Gene, you can see the chat, can't you?
Oh, well, you know who else is here? UPS man is here.
Trish, the UPS guy is here? Fantastic. Fantastic.
Score.
Right.
Score.
So the gang will be busy. The gang will be busy tonight.
Yes.
Hey, listen. First of all, I know you suggested for me to shave. I didn't shave today. I'm not shaving because when I was in the corporate world, Gene, I was the, and I don't know if a lot of people on here watch the show Suits, but I was like the Harvey Specter type.
All right.
And we talked about this being metrosexual one time, but I was like the Harvey Specter, always very well groomed, the good suits, the whole thing. Okay. Now,
was it dapper?
No, it wasn't dapper. Dapper. Anyway, so, but now, Gene, I want to be like those tough guys from MAGA that talk like this, and they drive big trucks. I want to drive a big truck. I want to go real fast. I want to fly some eagles. I want to ride on a horse. I want to do all that stuff. So I'm going to change my voice so it's more gravelly like this. What do you think? You think this is good?
So you go with the gruff today, right?
I'm going very gruff, Gene, because we're very tough. We're tough.
Dave, do you know I shave every day?
Like the Nazi running for office in Maine. He's very tough. He's a tough guy.
You're talking about Planter? Is that Planter?
Yeah.
Planter. Do you know I shave every day?
What's his name?
I think Graham Planter, right? Am I right?
Planter.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the peanut company.
Okay. Well, I shave every day. Otherwise, I got the 4 o'clock shadow.
Listen, shaving with a tweezer doesn't count. Stella's here.
Let's see
who else? Cheryl. All right. The gang's here. So listen.
Yeah. All right.
Good friend Donate Clement Petruska made a post today on X, and you guys can find it if you want. But it talks about hand signs and the various hand signs. You know how Trump always sits like this, and other people sit like this, and whatever the hand signs are. And it's always signifying something. They're in the Illuminati, they're the tip of the spear, they're the bottom of the spear, they're the handle of the bat, they're the hockey stick, whatever the hell it is. So she made the comment how it's all so dumb. And Gene, I have to concur.
What about this one? You said that we were going to do this.
Yeah. This is the second highest level of the Illuminati when you go like this. So if you're ever in a room with other people that, have invited you there, just start arbitrarily going like this. That's the handstand. Or now, if you want the tippy top, the very top, the top of the ladder, Gene, of the Illuminati, you got to go with the big wheel. So you got to go with you lean back and you do this. This is the big wheel Illuminati for people that don't know. Listen, this is high level stuff. So like when you're in the middle of a supermarket or you're in the middle of a store, so just go like this. And I'm telling you, if you go to court and you want to get the judge's attention, don't do that. That will get you attention in a very negative way.
Oh my goodness.
All I'm saying is that it's all dumb. It's all dumb.
Oh, I mean, there's some truth in it. There's obvious some truth in it. I mean, you can't say it doesn't. There's nothing. There are signs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you making these signs?
Well, no, but there are signs. There's secret handshake.
Yeah, you can't do anything with your hands anymore. You fold your hands like this. That's one thing. You lean them together. This is another thing. What? You can't. You adjust your tie. You adjust your tie. What is the adjusting?
Actually, one of the things I tell people that go on my TikTok regularly, anytime I touch my nose like this, it doesn't mean anything. It just means
you can't touch your nose. You can't touch your nose. That either means John's alive or you're Paul Newman or Robert Redford in The Sting.
Well, the problem with that is like I'll scratch something and I can't see the comments that go by.
You can't listen. Don't scratch your face just because you need you grew a beard so you needed a new place to scratch. That's not allowed either.
Well, I hear it all the time on my TikTok. They're like, squint if you're Bruce Lee. I'm like, I'm already squinting. That's how it all began. we got a busy show, Dave. We got to get going. What are we doing? Telling jokes here? It's Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot to go over. First of all, Gene, I just want to point out one thing, and then we'll get into everything else.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're on the home stretch. All of George Jr. magazines are shipping regularly, monthly. No one's in deficit for a George Jr. All of the main George magazine, but the collector's editions, hardcovers now, all shipping. Nobody's in the arrears. All of those are going out on time, every time. The America 250 book is up to date, except of course for the most recent orders, like if you ordered
right. And if I could say on that, seriously, guys, you got to deal with me because I sign them all. So yes, we have them. It's current. So I just want to let you know that because I have to. There's an extra step for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are all caught up to the most recent orders. So now we're working our way through the standard editions, standard print editions of George magazine. And of course, look, you can always, in the interim, if you want to know what's in George and you're not a purchaser of the collector's editions, you go online, go to the digital edition, and you'll get instant access. Matter of fact, issue 44 is up there right now, along with George Jr. 35. And they're great. And remember something, the same files that are in the digital version are what are used for the print version. So it's the same magazine.
Okay. And I also just want to mention, too, a couple of things. First of all, when it comes to George magazine, understand that there has been people that proclaim to be experts on that, or just have some people that constantly say things like, oh, John would roll over in his grave if he saw what's going on with George. So we consulted a Kennedy on this.
Yeah.
Taking this over. So I don't know. Did we get a chance to post yet, or we're going to post it today, or whatever?
Hold on a second, because obviously somebody wasn't paying attention the whole time I was talking. All right. So E. Jutley, who do we email if we're having issues? Yeah. So what you want to do is like we just got done saying, we're working our way through the standard issues now. So those we're getting caught up. Deliveries are coming in, and we're starting to get those sent out. So before you say, oh, I'm backlogged from 38 or I'm backlogged from 36 or 39 or whatever it is, we're working through all of those, and little by little, everybody will get caught up. Okay. Good.
Okay. Let's talk about, and thank you very much for watching, everyone. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. This is, let me play the video first, and then we'll go talk. Here we go.
Wanted to bring, kind of a celebrity, the same kind of, celebrity appeal to politics. Part of it was that, which was an interesting idea. And then part of it was just, let's have a magazine that's, instead of left and right, a magazine that talks to all interesting people and finds their humanity. He would have people on there like Kellyanne Conway and Ann Coulter and Rush Limbaugh.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. That thought 1 second, Gene. You're welcome, E. Jutley. Very good.
Okay.
All right, go.
Okay, just as a reminder, with people with that, we understand that the founder of this magazine is JFK Jr. We understand that. We also understand, probably more than a lot of people know, because we don't even talk a lot about this. When it comes to this, we are trying our best to make sure that we have the original intention and even things that he wanted to complete.
Correct.
But if you notice, when we have a question, we ask someone that might know him. And so we asked Bobby about it, and he told us what it is, and that's what we're doing. We're doing that. And the other thing about it is, a lot of people don't know this, but JFK Jr., deeply spiritual. We told you about what he gave the his groomsmen on his wedding. So when you hear these things, such as like, oh, JFK Jr. be rolling over in his grave or whatever.
Yeah,
Guys,
those people that are saying that, they don't know anything.
Right.
Our point person for these kind of things is Bobby. Period.
Right.
As you can see. So anybody saying that, oh, John Kennedy would be rolling in his grave, he'd go crazy if he knew what you did to George Magazine. What? He was the one that originally wanted Bible articles in there, but his creative director and others argued fiercely against it, similar to what I went through.
Right. If you go to the first George magazine ever, the first one, we're talking in '95. Look at the letter from the editor. The advice given, John, you can't do, to make sure you fail, you can't do a magazine on politics and religion.
Right.
That's what it was said. And so today what we have here is you saw what Bobby said. And there's going to be more videos coming from this. And, great stuff. My wife sold a cow to one of Bobby's campaign attorneys. Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, how's Dave?" All this stuff. Anyway, so I just want to make that mention. Okay, share this video, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Dave.
Now another big surprise to many is that Gene and I have been off of X for what, a year?
I would say at least, but yeah.
Okay. Now, that's not our social marketing team that handles the George account on X, but Gene and I personally. So we decided last week that starting today, well, probably it's either today or tomorrow,
right,
we're going to go back on X, maybe a post or two a day, whatever. And
yeah, so check out this.
Gene.
Check out this video. Here we go. We told you when this would all begin.
Folks, the theme for issue 39 is So It Begins.
And we even told you down to the minute what would happen. At their time, 11:56. Very interesting because others followed suit 11:56. Now, what's interesting about it is if you go to our cover, So It Begins, what's the first domino? You see the clock there, 11:56. We left X for a little bit, but we're back and we're naming names.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, we're gonna have
It's gonna be a fun time, and for all of those that are concerned, because we love you guys, and we all have a great relationship, but we're not gonna get involved in the comment drama because X is riddled with bot farms and God knows what. So let's see how it goes. Yep.
Okay. Dave, I just talked the show. You ready to go do the first story here?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, Dave Blaze, the first story in the dispatch. A reminder, if you don't get the dispatch, just go to georgemagazine.com. You'll see the sign-up page there, and you get the dispatch. Now, the lead story, Trump pushed NATO to spend big. Now comes to the harder question: can Europe actually fight? So this
Good
is about
question.
NATO. Dave, you got a point before I show what
Well, yeah, look, Europe used to be great fighters. Poland and the Polish people are tremendous warriors. Obviously, the German people and so forth. But here's the thing: after World War II, well, during World War II, many, I mean, Europe lost a lot of their men, So after the war, when they were kind of putting governments back together, well, the governments pretty much were filled by, out of necessity, the women. So you had the women as judges, the women as magistrates, the women as in parliaments, the women in various offices, and so on. And this isn't a patriarchal kind of thing, but Europe started taking on a more maternal attitude toward world affairs, where diplomacy over war or fighting was always encouraged, and the same with the United States. But when push comes to shove, the United States knows how to fight. I mean,
Yeah.
frankly, we've been at war since 1776.
Okay, okay. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
No. So when it comes to this NATO, a lot of people are like, "Why are we even involved in that?" There is a specific reason for that, and I like how our Secretary of State just like plain puts it out there. And this is great for you guys to understand this. 50-second video. Here we go.
I don't think anyone is shocked to know that the United States, and the president in particular, is very disappointed at NATO right now and what it has meant. Understand that I've been a strong supporter of NATO my entire career. I've defended it. I believe it's important. I believed it's important. But the number one thing I used to tell people was the reason why NATO is good for America, because that's the question. Anytime you join anything, you have number one answer has to be, why is this good for America? The reason why NATO is good for America, I know why NATO is good for Europe, but why is NATO good for America? Because it gives us bases in the region that allow us to project power during a contingency in the Middle East or somewhere else. So when that is the key rationale for why you're in NATO, and then you have countries like Spain denying us the use of these bases, well, then why are you in NATO?
That's plainly put as simply as you can get.
Right. And for those out there that say, "Oh, we should bring all the boys home, they shouldn't be in bases," then who's going to fill that vacuum? Who then will be the nation to fill our vacuum, the vacuum after we pull out? Who will fill that vacuum and will be projecting power towards us now? See, that's how you have to think about it. So it's not like, oh, we should just mind our own business. Well, that ship has sailed.
Right.
You can't mind our own business anymore.
Right. No, this is it's great points there. And when people constantly say, "Oh, this isn't America first," this is America first. We talked about it. This is peace through strength. What are we supposed to do? Crawl in a little hole and just worry about ourselves here? We'll be surrounded. We already talked about it.
Right.
If you have the Russians in Cuba, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to have missiles aimed at us right across from Mar-a-Lago. Okay.
And it won't be just missiles. They'll have the ships right off our coast. If we did not have the tremendous military presence that we do, thank God, our adversaries would seek to take us over in a minute. And what do you think? You think Canada's going to come to our aid? You think Mexico's going to show up? They're weak. They're not the United States. So these are all the things that you have to think about when you think about, oh, we can't get involved in other countries' affairs. We're not. We're protecting our interests.
Good. All right. Dave, today is the day. Texas tremor.
Yes. Yes.
Trump Procter Gamble stakes the GOP shakes, excuse me, the GOP to its core. We're here. Today is the election. Now,
Yep.
let's give the two scenarios. Dave, what would happen if Corbyn wins today? What do you think would happen with that?
Well, okay. So the endorsement of Paxton was a shot at Senator Thune, right? Because the establishment senators, establishment Republican senators, they have their own little gang.
Yeah, they have to
Cornyn Cornyn is a big part, is a part of that. So by Trump endorsing Paxton, that was a shot at Thune. So now, of course, people will say, well, why doesn't Trump just come out and attack Thune and say stuff about him and call him names? Because then Senator Thune, being the Senate Majority Leader, could put Trump's entire agenda on hold. And nobody wants that. So instead, he backs Paxton. So if Paxton wins tonight, that is going to put Thune back on his heels, and you'll start seeing things immediately change toward Trump. If Cornyn wins,
okay,
then Thune gets his footing back.
All right. And so today is the big thing now. It was on there. The polling shows Paxton ahead at this point, correct, Dave? The last time we checked it?
Yeah, the polling shows Paxton ahead. The thing that troubles me is, just like in all these other elections, Republicans are lazy. They don't want to go out and vote. MAGA's lazy. America First is lazy. Lots of talk online, on social media. Oh, I got to get out and vote. I got to get out and vote from their phone on the couch.
All right.
But they don't.
All right.
So turnout today so far has been low, as well as mail-in ballots and absentees. So we'll see.
Notice this video here. Two things that stood out. Number one, they call Cornyn not only the establishment, which we know, and he does like Trump. I mean, there is a connection there. But the other thing that I thought was interesting is just the, if I could say, the smallness of a Paxton event. And I think that's true with Cornyn. But anyway, take a look at this right now, 40 seconds.
Appealed to the president because he said that is his top domestic legislative agenda issue. And John Cornyn was caught a little bit flat-footed. He tried to do other things, like last week, tried to name, maybe he was even successful, tried to name a big highway in Texas after Donald Trump, but it didn't work out. I mean, it was not what the president wanted. John Cornyn is doing what he can to be pro-Trump, but he's a traditional veteran Republican, maybe even more of a sort of country club Republican than Donald Trump is used to supporting in any way, shape, or form.
And Trump really is kind of, he's feeling very emboldened right now.
Okay, so this is the one we're going to watch today. What's your thoughts, Dave?
Well, here's the thing. So Cornyn knows that Trump wanted him to push the Save America Act.
Right.
That's Trump's big thing. We got to get this across the finish line. So Cornyn didn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Right? So instead he goes, you know what? We'll name a highway after you, Mr. President. And Trump's like, I don't need your stinking highway. What do I need a highway for? I got a new arch going up. I got a ballroom. It took over the Kennedy Center. I need your stinking highway like a hole in the head. Idiot.
All right, so we will see tonight. And I'm going to be watching this. If you are a Trump supporter, obviously you want the endorsed one that Donald Trump endorsed to win tonight.
Yeah,
okay.
and for the record, Trump's endorsements carry a lot of weight, and he has a great track record.
Yes.
For wins.
Yep. Okay. Dave, this one's sad news here. This is on the dispatch. At least 82 killed after a massive gas explosion. This is in China in a coal mine. Sad news here.
Well, the thing is, it's rare because China has made a lot of, they have made a lot of advancements to make coal mining a lot safer. Not like we did, but and for this to happen, this was a real unusual unusual tragedy.
Right.
Was
Okay.
there a video or something?
Yeah, let's look at this, see what happened first. And guys, stick around because we have a couple of big things coming up here. All right, here we go.
Standing outside the Liu Shengyu mine, where a mass death accident has shattered the idea that coal mining had become safe in China. According to state media, an underground gas explosion led to more than 80 workers being killed and more than 100 taken to hospital, making it the worst mining accident here in over a decade. We've seen plenty of ambulances coming up and down this road, entering and leaving the mine. Now, robots are being used to try to reach any more trapped workers.
Okay, so this is really a tragedy there. Dave, you want to?
Shockingly, yeah. This is the thing that really surprised Gene and I. Show them the other video.
Okay.
Of the map there.
Okay, here we go. This is a little bit over a minute, but you'll really enjoy this. Are you ready to get spooky dooky with me? Come on, we're talking about the map. By the way, this map is a precursor to future events. Quite frankly, pretty scary, unless you're a believer in the Lord. So check it out. And reminder that this map came out 3 weeks ago. But what just came out 3 days ago? If you look at the map, first of all, you see smoke there. And these words, come on, you went to school. Latin, phonetics. Terra Rolina. Terra, ruin. Earth, ruin, and where is it pointing to? Right there. So, right there where you see the explosion, what happened right there in China? Well, it is sad. It's a tragedy. But there was one of the worst mine explosions in China in years. Happened right there 3 days ago. Now, here's the thing. You've seen the map. You've seen the 2 other maps, which, by the way, you can't even buy anymore. You've seen the 2 calendars, same thing. Can't even buy it anymore. But all of the interesting coincidences, or whatever you want to call them, you can find at projectlookingglass.org. So check it out. There's a lot more. And if you don't think so, we'll give you another one very soon. Okay.
That map is like a future vision of horrors.
The thing is with this, it's as I mentioned, excuse me, it would, if you're not a believer, you could see how it would be a bad thing. But and we're not saying like, okay, you're a believer that these tragedies are fine. There's a couple other ones that are a little more palatable.
Yeah, that have come to light.
Yeah. Anyway. Go to just go to George, learn more about it. Go to georgemagazine.com and also projectlookingglass.org as well. All right. Dave, this one here, I don't even know what to say about this. We talked about this. Stampede erupts at South Carolina Biker Festival. 19 injured in late night chaos. Okay, this is my old hometown. Now, I understand it because when people refer to it, they say Myrtle Beach, but it's actually in a town outside of Myrtle Beach. It's the same area, but you have North Myrtle Beach, and this is in a small little area called Atlantic Beach. It's a town within a town within a city. But any thoughts, Dave Blaze? This is
we'll watch the video, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think the whole story is racist. And the only reason they wrote this story the way that the headline, the way they did, is because this is otherwise known as Black Biker Weekend.
But it is right. Okay, but by the way, it is called not officially. It's always been called Black Biker Weekend. Right. Atlantic Beach, when they had segregation, it's only 4 blocks. It was the only place in that area where blacks were allowed to go to the beach, and this is where they have the festival.
Right, right. So play the video, and then I'll get on this because this irks me to no end.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Now, Gene, I've looked at about 3 or 4 of these videos of this stampede, and frankly, it's not that many people. Number one, okay.
Okay.
So now the thing is this. Here's the thing. The reason I say that that was a racist headline, and the whole story, frankly, is, I mean, aside from the people getting injured, but why use the word stampede? What does stampede bring to mind?
Okay, I get what you're saying, like wild animals that just.
I mean, yeah, wild animals. What are we watching? Rawhide?
What? Wait, listen, I have to say though, being from that area, this happens every year. This Memorial Day weekend, and I'll just say it. 2 weeks before, it's the Harley weekend, and they have trouble then too because they had rival gangs. But this has been a thing for a long time in that area. And if I say it's in Myrtle Beach, people are like, oh, it's not technically Myrtle Beach. It's Myrtle Beach. It's the whole area is considered Myrtle Beach, even though you have the little towns.
I know. But if the same situation, people had too much to drink and then started running for some unknown reason, and it was at a John Rich concert, and 19 people got hurt, the headline would be more like terrible tragedy at John Rich concert. People got run, something happened and they got run over. It would be called a horrible tragedy, not a stampede.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like deliberately, deliberately saying that. Why would you say that?
Well, okay. I've never seen
like 35 people. So which means is that they get hurt or fell down because they had a little bit too much to drink, probably.
I don't even think they know why this started. But this is, I'm going to just say from the standpoint of people in Myrtle Beach, let's see, 2 weeks from now or 1 week from now, they're going to have that country music festival there. I'm telling you, there's 80,000 people in this 4 acres of land, and they never have problems, or for the most part, they never have problems here. That festival, it's like that every year. There's some sort of problem every year.
Yeah, because that's because that's what it is. People go down there. There's no rival gangs, so it's just drinking and hanging out on the beach with your bike.
All right. I'm sad that they got hurt, but I'm telling you, this is living there. This is every single year, stuff like this happens in that event.
You know that didn't happen last year.
Well, it wasn't. You wanted me to do the research or what?
It didn't happen the year before that.
All right.
So this is what I'm saying. See, don't you're exaggerating by saying it happens this happens all the time.
Oh my goodness, Dave! I'm going to show you some news articles on this.
And I've told you at least 500 million times never to exaggerate.
I'm not exaggerating. Okay, I mean, all right. Let's. We got one more story. Now here's the next.
Donald has a point. Yes. Right. Some people go looking to start trouble. That's right. They do. But that happens everywhere too. That's all I'm saying. Look, all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be in journalism, call it fairly.
All right. Here's another one we're gonna argue over. All right. Here we go. Last story in the dispatch here. California mom speaks out with compassion, but honestly about the presence of trans athletes in daughters' sports. Now, are you familiar with this at all, Dave? What's going on in California? No?
Was this a national competition?
No, it's in California. I just said California.
So it was a state competition?
Yes.
It was a state competition.
Yeah.
It wasn't just high school?
It was just high school.
Okay, so it wasn't a state competition. It wasn't a city competition. It was just a competition at some high school. So I don't know. How far does this reporter have to look into the high schools hundreds of high schools in California to find this situation?
Because there's an issue here, Dave. It's
What
an
is the
issue.
We're picking on on the
No.
5 transgenders.
No, because the reason it's in the news,
I
Dave.
want to start a business catering to transgenders. I'd be out of business tomorrow. Where are they? They're only on the news, apparently.
The issue here is in California. Look at where my New York accent just came in. In California, you have someone that wants to be president, and he can't decide whether or not to just not allow transgender biological men to compete with biological women.
That's not the issue.
It is the issue.
No, it's not.
It is.
This is because you're saying it's an issue. An issue is something that is widespread, that's becoming a real problem on a national basis. I could probably count on my fingers the number of transgenders there are. I'm serious. The only place I ever find them is the news.
Okay, no, okay. Let's watch the video first. Okay.
All right.
It's going to add to my claim here. Here we go.
Male A.B. Hernandez once again dominated the female competition at a California high school track meet yesterday, taking the top spot in 3 events. But in a surprise move, Hernandez ended up sharing the first place podium and gold medal with the runner-up, who was an actual woman. It seems to be part of a new and confusing trend in California, where they're finally rewarding female athletes, but still allowing biological males to compete against them.
My point. That's my point.
You have no point.
I have a point.
Why are you picking on the 5 transgenders in the United States?
I'm not picking on the 5 transgender. I'm defending the other three females on there.
You're defending the 3 females. You don't give a you think this news person gives a care about the other 3 girls? If this was just a regular track meet with just nothing out of the ordinary, you think that would be in the news?
If your daughter was one of them for scholarship and they got beat,
they could care less. They could care less. But hey, I got a great idea, Phil. Let's get a transgender into this, and really it'll take it to the national scene. We'll get Fox News, and we'll get OAN, and we'll get Newsmax, News Nation, and all those right-wing news stations. They'll pile on in here. And once they're in here, then we'll get all the lefties in here too. We'll have a real brouhaha and put our high school on the map.
do you think we'll get a lot of views on this one?
No, no one could possibly be thinking like that.
Dave, I'm telling you, it's an issue for
Gene,
Gavin.
we got a women's archery team, and we sank a lot of money into this, and it's going down the tubes. What I suggest is that let's find us some transgenders that like archery, and have them come in, leak that to some papers and the media, and see if we can't sell some more tickets. You know what, Gene? The public library is about to close. There's 5 locations about to close. Maybe we set up some transgenders reading children's stories on a Saturday morning. Wait a minute. Have them read on a Saturday morning and tell the media that we're doing that. Gets a lot of people involved. We got a lot of parents down here and everything else. Let them try and close our libraries then. Don't you guys get it?
Dave, I think you're missing the point.
That is the point. The point is money.
That's not the point.
That's the point. You don't want transgenders reading to your children in public schools? Don't go. You don't want woke ideology at little summer camps? Don't send your children to those summer camps. That's all.
All right.
You don't want to watch. You don't want to watch all of the left-wing behavior on the Bravo network. Don't watch the Bravo network. You see?
I like the Bravo. I like the Bravo network the way I like the Bravo network.
Yeah. How is that?
I don't know. I never watched the Bravo network.
What are you watching? The Real Wives of Myrtle Beach? The Real Wives of North Myrtle Beach. See them play golf. This would be like Bill Murray in Caddyshack at the beginning, where he's watching the old ladies golfing. That would be the real Housewives of Myrtle Beach.
All right, we are done for the day. Don't stop looking for the comments for support. Okay, stop it. All right, we're done, right, Dave? We did it.
I could keep going on this.
All right, guys.
Just realize all of this stuff, the news media and the politicians do not care about women's sports. They don't care. They don't care. But some of the team owners,
I do care.
They got an idea.
I like women's beach volleyball.
Yeah. So let's have women's beach volleyball, and let's put a 7-foot transgender male in there with a wig, and let her play, and we'll clean up. We'll have all the media attention. Sell tickets all day long. Set up protest areas. We'll get the fake railing and tell them they can all stand behind the railing with their signs. Then we'll take pictures of them and we'll put them and we'll get them into the paper. It'll be great.
All right, guys. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget, go to georgemagazine.com, get the dispatch. Thank you so much. Thank you. We took a day off, extra day off yesterday for Memorial Day.
That's right. And look, and frankly, my family is a Gold Star family. So, and I'm not joking around about that. So Memorial Day is a big thing for myself and my family. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you guys again. Look for our posts on Twitter, and don't forget, when you're in Walmart, when you're in the supermarket, when you're in a high-end department store, maybe you go to Neiman Marcus, maybe you go to Saks, whatever it is, don't forget, if you want to signal others that are on a very high level in the Illuminati, it's the big wheel. Just start doing this in the aisle. You'll get noticed.
You get free stuff too. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.